Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again in this YouTube astrological segment. I'm going to be talking about Venus in the second house in a natal chart. Now, first off, when I first started my YouTube astrology channel, I did a series on the Venus placements and houses that were a little bit concise. Some people may have referred to them as snappy, so what I decided to do was make another series on them in which the videos would be a little bit longer and more descriptive. So anyway, first thing up as well, Venus in the second house is comparable to Venus in Taurus, but naturally you got to blend in the zodiac sign with it. Venus in Leo in the second house, for example, can be a lot different than Venus in Aquarius in the second house, as an example. Now, another thing is, Venus is connected with what we love and enjoy. So when you have Venus positive in the second house in the natal chart, what you may really love and enjoy is money, creature comforts. Venus in the second house is in its accidental dignity. Money, creature comforts, possessions. You may be enamored with resources. Things that are connected with being self-reliant, self-sufficient, and matters, with self-worth, self-esteem, how you feel about yourself. You may just have a certain love, just being able to have good self-esteem, and also to matters connected. I would say to sensuality. This is the house of Taurus. Your values as well. Having peace, tranquility, stability in your life. These are the things you may truly love and enjoy as well. Now, Venus is also associated with relationships. So relationships you may be involved in, may have, there may be a monetary or strong monetary aspect to them. It could be something where you may desire, somebody that's, a comparable income with you, as an example. Or, it might be where you may spend a good amount of money on people you're in relationships with. Relationships may play an integral role in your financial outlook, your basic financial situation. And relationships, you may desire them to be stable, peaceful, and tranquil as well. You may want them to be very, people to be very loyal and steadfast. I understand that could be true in many other instances, regardless of astrological placements, but it may be more prominent with this position as opposed to most others. Now, another thing too about the relationships as well, it could be ones that you show a lot of patience, persistence, and perseverance with. Remember that this is the second house of Taurus, but they may also, relationships may be instrumental in you in terms of developing latent talents and abilities and matters pertaining to self-worth as well. Venus is also connected with money, naturally, and when you have Venus in the second house, you may desire like a very steady, stable income flow. It could be where you're very persistent in monetary matters, your values and matters associated with self-worth. Money may play more of a role in self-worth, self-esteem, how you feel about yourself, more so than a lot of other instances and placements. And the money that you make may be proportionate with your own self-worth. Now, also money may often be spent on possessions. Now, I understand again that could be true regardless of astrological placements, but it may be more emphasized with this placement than most others. It may be, you may be strongly involved in buying and selling, buying material items, maybe, and sprucing them up to make a profit later on, so to speak. So it could also be too, money may often be also the second house is also connected with the death of the significant other. And the thing is that there may be more money if this does happen, during the time you're alive. It may be very emphasized where you may, as far as money goes, in that matter. Now, another thing about Venus is it's connected with our values. So you may strongly value naturally money, possessions, material items, your resources, and just having general stability, creature comforts, being self-reliant, things of an artistic nature, fashion, having peace and tranquility, just the general pleasures in life, sensual matters. These are things where you may strongly value. It could be matters with buying and selling as well, and just in general, just again having that general comfort and stability in your life. This is where you may really, those are things you may strongly value. And again, because this is the house that corresponds with the zodiac sign Taurus, things like persistence, patience, and perseverance, those are things you may value strongly as well. Now, Venus is also associated with our self-worth, self-esteem, how you feel about yourself. So self-worth may be strongly tied into your monetary financial situations. It could be your possessions that you have, the material items you've accumulated over time, your own net worth, the money that you have, and your self-worth as well, how you feel about yourself, your self-esteem. And also matters just being loyal, steadfast, by being stable and reliable. These are things that may be strongly tied into your self-worth, the things that you value, that you think are important and significant. And also the development of latent talents and abilities that could play an integral role more so in your self-worth than most other people on average. Now, another thing associated with Venus in astrology is that it is connected with our possessions, and the possessions you have may be ones in which you strongly value more so than most people. You may often, be trying to, ascertain, the value of them, the price of them. You may be strongly, again, about being involved with buying and selling because because Venus is connected with possessions, and the second house is buying and selling. It's about money. And the thing about this too is it might be where where profit may be emphasized with this position as well, as far as your possessions go. And also your possessions may be connected with your creature comforts, and just having things that give you peace in your life in general. It could be artistic items, or something associated with fashion as well. Venus is also associated with our latent talents and abilities. So when you have Venus posited in the second house of your natal chart, the latent talents and abilities may be connected with art. It could be gardening, fashion, things that are ability to buy and sell, ability to buy items and then sell them, at a certain profit. Maybe it has to do with creature comforts to some degree, being able to have, those creature comforts in your life. Just maintaining, peace and stability could be a latent talent you may actually have, but this could be strongly tied in to artistic ability and affinity for art, for fashion. Art can cover a wide divergence of things, whether it's drawing, painting, sculpting, interior, decoration and design, computer, graphic art design as some examples. If you have, say, Venus in Aquarius posited in your second house in your natal chart, that may emphasize some kind of computer related art ability as an example. Now, another thing too is that Venus is also associated with the food that we enjoy. So the fact that you have this in the second house of Taurus, the food that you may love to indulge and enjoy, you may eat in more slow, deliberate, methodical manner. It could be very like basic food, like potatoes and meat. kind of thing. As many of you may know, I have Taurus rising, and I'm kind of that potatoes and meat person. I'm very, like basic in terms of, what I, like to eat. So, the food that you enjoy, again, can be something that, is really, it's more valued with you, more so, than, a lot of other people on average. And, the food, having the money, I would say, to get the food that you enjoy, can be, really something that is emphasized with you more so than most other people on average. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying, stay well.